Hey, what's up guys? John here. Elon Musk posted a video on his Twitter of Optimus, Tesla's robot, folding a t-shirt.
If you hate folding your clothes, well, Elon Musk's Optimus robot can do it for you.
But don't you remember just a few months ago, he said this very robot will soon get rid of boring and tedious tasks. It will even be able to go to the grocery store.
Tesla was selling a big vision. Robots working in our world, doing jobs, and even having their own personalities. And Elon Musk wants to sell it to you for $20,000.
It will be able to do everything for you. And what is the cost of this robot? $20,000. 20 grand. Think about that. If you're hiring an employee for $5,000 a month or $4,000 a month, 4 or 5 months, you get your entire investment back. And this robot will work 20 hours a day, nonstop, never get sick, never sue you, always show up. You start to look at this. I'm going to show you this video, and I'm going to show you what nearly every industry is doing right now. I'm talking even from Wendy's to Kaiser to Ford and everyone in between. Every single industry is walking into a massive period of disruption. I believe starting 2024 and 2025, the next couple of years, what we're going to start to see are millions of people being transitioned out of their roles, many people finding better roles, many not. We're going to see a period where a lot of people are going to have hard decisions to make. I think a lot of new industries will be formed because of this, and I think a lot of former industries and current industries will get completely shut down and wiped out. But the big question is, when you have 17 trillion in outstanding consumer debt, whether it be residential mortgages, student loans, auto loans, credit cards, you add everything up together, if you start to see real wages start to sink, how do people maintain? That's the big question. That's why we're in the Great Wealth Transfer. I'm going to show you this video. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on, show you all the disruption that's being worked on right now. Please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube will share the content, educate more people about what's happening in America and the world. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item in your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. If you're thinking about starting a business, getting a line of credit, thinking about doing something, you need great credit to get funding and financing. Take a look at this. So 55 million views, posted it yesterday. And when you look at how effortlessly this robot is able to do this, you have to ask yourself, what's going to happen to retail jobs, right? I mean, look at every Abercrombie and Fitch, Gap. You start to look at all these stores in the mall. They're going to start to integrate this into their into the business models, because frankly, it's just a better business. Like if you are paying employees, they're not showing up and they're not reliable, and then you have 1 or 2 robots working nonstop. No, they're not swiping on TikTok. They're not doing anything. They're working the entire time. I mean, your business is just going to run better. Just going to run better. And so when you look at this, I mean, this 55 million views, 381,000 views, 630,000 views. This is ripping all throughout TikTok. AI technology. I mean, generative AI, all of this tech revolution, we're walking into the 4th industrial revolution. It started, like really started kind of 2020, but now 2024, 2025 is where this thing's going to start to get out of control. So Tesla fully self-driving tech already in Australia, right? January 10th, about 6 days ago. Once these semis come out, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be a complete game changer. China plans to mass produce humanoid robots in 2 years. Here's how experts think the tech will change the world by 2035. China has published plans to mass produce humanoid robots next year, as Western companies, including Elon Musk, race to produce their own humanoid robots. Now look at what Elon's claiming this robot's going to do. So at AI Day in 2022, Elon Musk said it's expected to cost about 20 grand. If it's anything like the Tesla car, that price might go down, right? Tesla vehicle prices have cratered over the last, call it 12 months a year. This sounds reasonable, at least for the first model. A robot meant to do anything on its own, even if it's a menial task, will obviously carry out a hefty price tag with variations, if there will be any, depending on the model you choose. Now, perhaps in less than a decade, people will be able to go buy a robot for their parents as a birthday gift. Elon Musk says the robot will be friendly, even though a Tesla robot attacked someone, allegedly. A Tesla factory robot reportedly attacked a worker and left them bleeding. This could become a new reality in the increasingly automated workforce. Well, it can be used to eliminate dangerous, repetitive, and boring tasks. Basically, almost all jobs. Well, what job is not boring, not dangerous, not repetitive, right? Some of the jobs offers found said the robot will automate tasks for manufacturing, logistics, but Musk provided a second use case for home users where it could be used to pick up groceries. I can think of a few more examples. If it's used in an office, maybe it'll bring coffee from a break room into a meeting so the assistant can work on other meaningful tasks. Or if there are paper items in storage, the Tesla robot can be responsible for distributing them to the correct printers. When used at home, it might take care of your yard and even your grandparents. Tesla bots are initially positioned to replace people in repetitive, boring, and dangerous tasks, but the vision is for them to serve millions of households, such as cooking, mowing lawns, and caring for the elderly. This is, it's getting crazy how fast this is moving. The tech sector, and this came out yesterday. Tech sector is pouring billions of dollars into AI, but it keeps laying off humans. The tech sector has kicked off a new year with a spate of fresh job cuts that are coming at the same time as the industry is doubling down on investments into AI. While AI is putting workers out of jobs, has been a major point of anxiety in Silicon Valley and beyond over the past year, not all the recent layoffs in the tech industry are directly linked to AI tools simply replacing workers. But many of the recent job cuts announcements have come on the heels of those same companies disclosing major investments into AI technology as they look to reallocate resources, and a growing number of tech firms have explicitly cited AI as the reason for rethinking headcount. The continued labor upheaval unfolding in the very industry creating AI could point to more unrest to come as the technology is forecasted to reshape the broader business landscape in the years ahead. More than 5,000 tech workers, right, in the last 2 weeks, 2024. So in Spanx, in their warehouse, their cost of AI, $10 to $12. $10 to $12. And they're using AI, like they're really getting aggressive with Digit, this new AI robot that basically handles fulfillment. And so when you look at this, $10 to $12, how much is a factory worker? $22, $25, somewhere in that range, I'd bet. You're getting half price. So someone that's working 40 hours a week, this robot would work 80, and I can promise you, you'll probably get 3 or 4 times more of the amount done. Not going to the bathroom breaks, not doing lunch breaks, none of that, right? Look at Wendy's, IHOP, Chipotle, Sweetgreens, and other quick-serve restaurant chains are rapidly adding AI to the front and back of house operations while monitoring for embarrassing boohoos and big brotherish instructions. ABB buys, and look, dates, this is all in the last couple days. ABB buys tech company to give industrial robot eyes and brains. Smart Factory, this is August 1st. Several renowned automotive manufacturing companies are working towards fully automated AI systems that can make supply chain management decisions autonomously. Even the healthcare sector, you've probably seen that video from the WF saying that in 2030, all hospitals will basically be home hospitals where they will have technology inside of your home and they'll be able to monitor your progress on recovery. Right, that's what they were saying. Well, when you start to look at this, this is the website is futureagenda.org. They say, finally, while all these physical design changes are likely to be increasingly mainstream, it is clear that the pivotal enabling issue for many of them will be the use of new technology, especially digital tech. Many experts advocate for the digital-first approach to future hospital designs, where in order to integrate technology across full hospital life cycles, preparation for emerging digital technologies, including upfront initial planning for hospital designs, for a good number, a key focus in the arrival of digital operating theaters, where an increasing in technology-enabled surgery adds to the theater complexity, but also drives a growing dependency of input and supervision from a larger extended team, either physically or virtually. Right, so we're all moving into this virtual type of world, and they say that when you are being treated for virtually, it's actually better for the environment, right? So they say right here that they are trying to hit this goal by next 26 years, and they're talking about sustainability, making this happen, more resilient hospitals. So it's very interesting. Literally every single industry is walking into a massive period of disruption that this is getting very little attention. Everyone's getting distracted by all the current events, everything happening overseas. Every couple days there's some breaking story. But nothing is going to be more important than a human's purpose. When you are working on something you're passionate about, that's your purpose, right? When you have AI and you have all these companies that over the last couple of years have received billions and billions and billions of dollars in, through the stimulus and through everything that happened with their stock valuations, and now they're taking all this money, pouring it in AI, and basically going to put a lot of people out of work. I mean, this is going to be huge. Like they say right here in 2019, robots expected 50,000 warehouses by 2025. 50,000. That seems very conservative considering that Amazon already has 750,000 robots right now. This is on Amazon's website, right? You have all of these companies that are issuing a lot of weight on AI. But the big question then becomes is how does this whole thing kind of work out? Now, when you look at what's happening right now in office, nearly half of office loans now at risk of default. More than 1 in 10 commercial real estate loans overall are on the pipeline heading into 2024, meaning that they're going to have to get funding, or they're going to default and the bank is going to foreclose. So when you look at what's happening right now, you're seeing a lot more layoffs. You're seeing, companies not doing as well as they were doing 2 years ago. You're going to start to see a lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of entities look at risk very differently, including financial firms such as banks and banking institutions. So what's going to happen? I believe we're going to see, and we're going to walk into a whole new normal this year and next year. And I think that it's very wise for people to really play the defense here, put themselves, make sure they're in a really good career, really good position, make sure their finances are in order as best they can. Get out of high interest rate consumer credit card debts, number one. There's a lot of credit card companies right now that are offering 0% APR balance transfers. If you have credit card debt, look into a balance transfer credit card. If you're paying 25% or 30% interest, you could transfer to 0%. Makes sense to do it, right? But you have to have a good credit score. You have to usually between 730 and 750 to approve one of those cards in most cases. Put yourself in the best position possible, because what I believe is going to happen next couple of years, we're going to see so many layoffs. In 1929, the Great Depression, unemployment was about 24%, 24.9% to be specific. And so when you look at where we're headed into that type of event. The difference is that we have a lot more debt and a lot more exposure today than we ever did. And so, massive change, massive unrest, I believe, coming. What do you think about this entire situation? Do you think Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Jack Dorsey, all these people saying that we're going to be walking into a universal basic income? Do you think that's happening? Drop below. Let's have a conversation about it. And if you'd like to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, repossessions, or any negative item in your credit report, go to GreatCreditFast.com. Click the link in the description just below this video. Schedule a free strategy session for tomorrow if you're thinking about getting funding. And catch you in the next video.